I'm Dimity Azoury, Principal Artist of the Australian Ballet. I got the opportunity to work with Dan Riley for Bodytorque.Digital, and this was during the lockdown of COVID, maybe lockdown 6, and I had this incredible opportunity offered to work with my good friend Dan. It's an original new work, and Dan's original thought was the period after. So when we first met, he was a dancer with Bangara, and we had a collaboration. One of the things we always bonded over was we'd finish the show, put on some music, and ride our bikes home. And that moment after was the time where you let go of what just had happened on the stage, and you chose the perfect bit of music to take you from that journey from stage to home and who you are at home. And that was sort of where the idea started from. Dan's always had this absolute magnetic quality about him. One of the things that you're drawn to watching him is the way that he moves. Super fluid, super low to the ground. He's just connected to the earth. And there's also an intense quality about him that in his eyes, that he has this ability to follow everything that he's doing and make you understand the movement through where his focus is. In comparison to that, you know, I'm a trained ballet dancer, so my energy level is up here. I spend all my time trying to be light, trying to be above the ground. And so that's a huge contrast to then try and get into the earth and connect with the earth in a different way. Well, performing for a camera instead of performing for an audience is quite a different thing. I think when you have an audience there, you feed off that energy around you, but when you're performing for a camera, you're feeding off the relationship that you have with the team and with the camera itself. There's actually a moment in Act 5 where we spent creating almost a pas de deux between what I was doing and the big handheld camera, and we had to work around each other and feed off each other to create the movement. You know, for the viewer, it's an interesting work because it's shot in a car park with a ballerina who's attempting a different style of dance. It was created during COVID, during a time where we all needed something to pour our energy into. But for me, I was so grateful to have the opportunity to work with my good friend Dan Riley before he takes up the mantle of being the artistic director of ADT, which is huge and thrilling, and I can't wait to see what he does with that, and that we had a little moment together before that happened.